Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to talk about methods available on strings or string methods. So what are methods? Okay, so you must be wondering, okay, we are talking about strings from past two lectures, but what are methods now? So let's understand with a simple example. A is equals to, let's say I have Python. This is a string, right? A is a string, right? If I just simply write print A, what's going to happen? It's going to return me Python. But what if I write A dot swap case? What will happen now? As you can see, it changed a lowercase character or a lowercase word into a uppercase character or uppercase word, right? It just switched it from lowercase to uppercase. So how did it happen? With the help of swap case method, which is available on strings. So methods are small functions or small piece of code which are available on different data type. We have different methods. We can perform multiple tasks using these methods. Okay. So in this lecture, we are going to talk about a few methods, and I'll show you how you can perform multiple operations with those methods and what kind of methods we have with Python. So in order to check how many methods we have with the strings on Python, we can simply write dir, which is a function available in Python, and inside you can pass the value or the data type. So here if I run this program, as you can see, it's showing me the functions and methods available with this class called a string. So string basically have all these methods or class available. These are the hidden ones, so we are not going to talk about them. But here you can see from capitalize we have some method, a list of methods which is available in Python. So I'll copy it, print it over here. So these are the methods which we have on strings in Python. Okay, these methods can be used with the strings in Python. So we are going to use a few of them in this lecture. So how? I already have a list and explanation of these methods available online. You can just simply type search on Google methods on strings and you'll find it online. So first we are going to talk about capitalize. So how does capitalize work? Let's say A is equals to uh, Python. Instead of that, I'll write lowercase. Python is a good language. Okay, and if I write A dot capitalize, what will happen if I run this? It says Python is a good language, but P is capital. Okay, in the output the P is capital, so it basically capitalizes the first letter of any string, whether it's a sentence, whether it's a single word or anything. It will only capitalize the first letter, which makes sense grammatically, right? Capitalize means the first letter should be capital. But what if I write, let's say, instead of capitalize, no, 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 there must be, yeah, we have lower, we have an upper method as well. See, here is the upper method, converts the string into uppercase. So we're going to try it. Instead of a dot capitalize, I'll just write a dot upper. Okay, and if we run this, as you can see, it converted Python is a good language into Python is a good language, but in the uppercase. So smaller case to uppercase. But what if we want to convert, let's say, if it was a uppercase already, what will happen then? If we run dot upper, nothing will change. But what if we write lower? It will change it into lowercase characters. As you can see, it changed it into lowercase characters. Okay, so there's another method which is available in Python for uppercase or lowercase is title. So it converts the first character of each word to uppercase. Okay, so if we write let's say title, and we'll make it lowercase only. Now if we run this, as you can see, each word's first letter or first character is converted into uppercase. So see P, I, A, G and L. Okay, L, G, A, I and P. They are converted into a uppercase. They are titleized, so it makes sense grammatically as well. And then we have the sweep case, which is the last useful method on strings in regarding the case sensitivity or uppercase or lowercase. So swap case basically swaps the case. Okay, so how? Let's say swap case. If I run this, it will convert it into uppercase, and if it is uppercase, let's say if it was uppercase, then it will convert it into lowercase. So it basically switches every letters or every character's case in case, okay, and returns it. So if let's say this was like this, okay, what will happen then? Okay, why th1 was converted into uppercase? Because they were in the lowercase previously. So I hope you are able to get these four basic methods regarding the cases. Now we'll talk about other methods. Let's start from the top. So case fold is also for the converting into lowercase, but for uh, lower is easy to remember, right? A dot lower. So you can remember that. Then we have center. So let's say A is equals to uh, Python. Okay, A dot center. If I run this, sorry, it says expected at least one argument got zero. So how does it work? Center returns a centered string. So let's say, okay, so we have to pass a number inside the center method. So let's say if I pass 5, what will happen? It will, it does nothing. Okay, let's say 10. Okay, as you can see, it gave some space, okay, in front and in the end. So how does it work? It basically puts the string into the center, and it will convert the length of the string to 10. So earlier it currently the length is 6, right? But we have to convert it to 10. So it added 2 in front and 2 in the end. It just puts it in the center. So if I write 11, let's see what happens. Okay, so here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here we have two spaces. Okay, 10, 11. So basically it puts this into the center, the original string into the center, and adds the extra number of remaining characters as the empty spaces. You can also use it to for the decoration method. Okay, so length and character, we can also give one more parameter, which is character. Let's say I want to add star instead of space. Okay, and we'll make it 10. So if I write this, okay, sorry, yeah. So as you can see, now your Python, normal Python was converted into this Python with the 10 length. Length should be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 6 earlier. Now it is 10. So 2 in front and 2 in end. That's how it centers it. So if I say 20, what will happen? It will become like this. So I think you are clear with the center method. Then we'll go again to the list. Then we have count, which is really useful method, and it can save you a lot of time. So how, let's say Python is a good uh, language. Okay, again, and if I write a dot count and let's say a, okay, just a dot count a, sorry, a dot count a. So what will happen if I run this thing? It says 3. What is 3? The number of occurrence of a, number of occurrence of a. So how many times a is present in Python is a good language? 1, 2, and 3, right? So a is present 3 times. If I write g, what will be the output? The output will be 3, g, g, and g. So, and what if I write p? The output will be 1 only, because only in the Python p is present. So you can count the occurrence of the characters with the count method. So returns the number of times a specified value occurs in a string. Then we have encode as well. So it might be helpful for you as well. So how does it work? It basically encodes a string into encoding time. You can also pass the encoding type. There are multiple types of encoding, okay, like ASCII or something else. So right now we'll just use it as e dot encode, and that's it. So as you can see, it gives us it into I don't know which format. I'm not sure. So encode methods using the specify coding. If no coding specified, UTF-8 will be used. So currently it's using the UTF-8 encoding. Okay, now you can use different kind of encodings as well. So right now it's not that useful for us because we are just the beginners. Then we have ends with. Okay, so we are going to use the ends with. How? I'll tell you. Let's say Python is a good language. So if I write Python a dot ends with let's say E, let's say E, then what will happen? It says true because this string is ending with E. But if what if I write A, the output will be false. But what if I write GE? It says true because it's ending with G, right? What if I write AGE? True, because there is AG in the end. So like this language, and it will still say true. So ends with you can use in different kind of scenarios where you have to check whether a given string is an email or not, whether a given string is a is a number or not, mobile number or not. So you can use these methods in those scenarios. Okay, then we have two really great functions which are really useful and confusing as well. So we have find and index. Okay, so first let's say a dot find t. Okay, a dot find t. So if I run this, it says 2, 2. So it returns the index of this character. Wherever it finds it, it returns the index of the character. So 0, 1, 2, right? So t's index is 2. So basically it's returning 2. Now let's try it with index. Now let's try this with index. It will also say the same too, because the reason is it searches the string for a specified value and returns the position. Okay, position or index. And in the same for index, searches the string for a specified value and returns the position. But what is the core difference between find and index? Both have same definition, both are returning same output, but not for long. So if I write find, let's say a dot index of which character is not present in Python is good language, Z. Let's say Z is not present in this string, right? So what if we write a dot index Z? It gives us an error substring not found. But if I write a dot find Z, it gives us -1 as value. So this is the core fundamental difference between find and index. Whenever you are using find, you will not get an error. You will just simply get -1 if the substring is not found. But in the index method, you are going to get an error that the substring was not found. So we are done with find index. Then these are some really silly methods in Python which you can check is all num to check whether the all characters are in the alphanumeric. Returns true is ASCII is all num. Okay, is digit is lower is printable is space is title. Okay, so you can use these. Then we have a really good function which is replace. Now let's say I'll tell you one thing, one really good thing. A is equals to Python, right? So if I write A of 0 in the string slicing, I taught you this, right? A of 0 it returns V. But what if I want to assign something? Let's say A of 0 is equals to J. Will it change? Will it change Python into Zython? Let's see. No, it says string object does not support item assignment. This error we got because strings are immutable. Once we define a string, we cannot change it. This Python will always going to be Python. No matter what, it will going to be Python. You cannot change once defined. But there is a fun fact. If I write a dot replace p with let's say j, just now I told you that we cannot change a string, but now I'm telling you that we can change a string with the replace method. So it's quite contradicting, right? I'm contradicting myself. But that's not the truth. In Python strings are immutable. We cannot change them. We are just replacing them. I replaced this Python with Jython. So this Python is removed from here, from its place. It still presents, it still exists, but it is replaced with a string where P is replaced with the J, so it becomes Jython. So if you want to know deep about these concepts, you can join our live classes. Okay, so I'll be teaching in deep in those live classes that how all these things work behind the scenes. Right now, we due to time constraint, I cannot teach you all this. Really sorry about that. But just remember, things are immutable. You cannot change them. We can just replace them. Okay? You cannot change. You can just replace. Now here comes the another methods. Let's say uh, split. We have starts with strip title. Okay, so we are done with most of the um, methods in Python. The starts with is the same like the ends with. So I hope you want to try all of them. If you want to explanation of all of these methods, you can simply go to WZ School and just click on the method which you want as explanation of. Let's say is numeric, then it gives us the explanation as well as the example. So it's pretty easy. See you guys in the next video.